Hello again everybody and welcome back to what will be, hopefully, the finale of Metal Gear Solid 3 Snake Eater. Now before we start the actual ending cutscene, because I have a pretty strong feeling that it's going to be like an hour long, so just before we start that, I just want to say my final thoughts on this game. It is absolutely 100% fantastic. I've got nothing else to say. I really don't. So, we're going to get on with the end game, and I will probably see you in the credits. So, here we go. The end game of Metal Gear Solid 3. Enjoy.
So what are you going to do now? Go back to the KGB?
What do you want me to do?
Did you ever think about coming back to America?
I can't go back. I've left America behind me.
But you saved this country.
I didn't do it alone.
And I still owe you a dinner.
Is that part of your mission too? Or is it an order? Or is it an invitation? Or a proposal? I don't take orders from anyone now. Scholars tell us that the first spy in history was the snake in the book of Genesis. In that story, it was Eve who was tempted by the snake in the Garden of Eden. But this time around, it was I who tempted the snake and got away with the forbidden fruit of knowledge. Forgive me, Snake. apologize. I wasn't sent by Khrushchev. I'm not a KGB spy, and I never worked for the NSA. I'm an agent of the People's Republic of China for the General HQ 2nd Department of the People's Liberation Army. It was all a lie. I tricked you. And I'm sorry. The philosophers still exist in China, too. You see, my mission was to find out where Volgin was hiding the philosopher's legacy and steal it. So I infiltrated his base as a KGB spy. The 2 NSA codebreakers who defected in 1960 were actually both men. The real Adam never showed up at the meeting place, saving me the trouble of having to eliminate him. I sneaked in by pretending I was Eva. And you and Sokolov and Volgin, you all believed me. The philosopher's legacy was originally held in common between the US, Soviet Union, and China. We couldn't let the Russians and the Americans take it all for themselves. The Chinese government had its eye on the legacy too. I got the film containing the legacy, and also the nuclear missile launch data from the Shagohod. 5 years ago, the Soviet Union stopped supplying us with nuclear weapons technology. Since then, China's Liaodong easing, hydrogen bomb, and space rocket projects have fallen behind. But with this data, our country will be able to develop its own nukes. We'll create a deterrent force to rival those of the US and Soviet Union. Everything has gone according to plan, thanks to your help. I too am one of the philosophers. I'm an agent of the philosophers, a graduate of one of their charm schools. I was raised in a joint US-Soviet-Chinese facility to become a sleeper agent. This was before the war. Back then, they were collecting children from all over the world. As a result, I'm indistinguishable from a native-born American. So it didn't surprise me when you and Volgin couldn't tell the difference. But she knew right from the beginning. She knew because before the war, she was at one of the philosopher's schools too, as an instructor. The boss was the only one I couldn't fool. She was the only one who knew I was a fake. She told me everything. Why did she open her heart to me like that? At the time, I couldn't understand it. But now, I think I do. Snake. She wanted you to know the truth. She chose me to tell you. That's why she saved my life. I've lied to you so many times, but not this time. My orders from the government were to obtain the legacy and to eliminate everyone who knew the truth about what happened. In other words, I'm supposed to kill you. But I can't do it. Not because we loved each other. And not because you saved my life. But because I made a promise to the boss. And I intend to keep it. I just wanted you to know. And you have to live. Snake, listen to me. She didn't betray the United States. No. Far from it. She was a hero who died for her country. She carried out her mission knowing full well what was going to happen. Self-sacrifice. Because that was her duty.
You are above even the boss. I hereby award you the title of Big Boss. You are a true patriot.
In the army. Someone like him to handle our top secret sneaking missions for us. A man who combines the qualities of a soldier and an agent.
The boss's defection was a ruse set up by the US government. It was all a big drama staged by Washington so they could get their hands on the philosopher's legacy. And the boss was the star of the show. They planned it so that they could get the legacy that Colonel Volgin inherited and destroy the Shagohod at the same time. Only a legendary hero like the boss could have earned Volgin's trust. Finding out where the philosopher's legacy was hidden was to be her greatest mission. Everything was going according to plan. But then something happened that no one could have predicted. Colonel Volgin fired an American-made nuclear warhead at Sokolov's research facility. Khrushchev demanded that the US government provide proof that it wasn't involved. They couldn't just abort the operation to steal the legacy. So the operation itself was greatly expanded and revised. The authorities in Washington knew that in order to prove its innocence, they'd have to get rid of the boss. And that one of their own would have to do the job. The public couldn't be allowed to find out about it. Not ever. This, they concluded, would be the best way to keep the whole thing under wraps. The boss wouldn't be allowed to come back home alive. And she wouldn't be allowed to kill herself. Her life would be ended by her most beloved disciple. That was the way the government wanted it. That was the mission she was given. And she had no choice but to carry it out. Her death at your hands was a duty she had to fulfill. Out of duty, she turned her back on her own comrades. A lesser woman would have been crushed by such a burden. The taint of disgrace will follow her to her grave. Future generations will revile her. In America as a despicable traitor with no sense of honor. And in Russia as a monster who unleashed a nuclear catastrophe. She will go down in official history as a war criminal. And no one will ever understand her. That was her final mission. And like a true soldier, she saw it through to the end. But I think she wanted you, of all people, to know the truth. She wanted to live on. In your memory. Not as a soldier, but as a woman. But she was forbidden to tell you herself. And that's why she told me. Snake, history will never know what she did. No one will ever learn the truth. Her story, her debriefing, will endure only in your heart. Everything she did for her country. She sacrificed her life and her honor for her native land. She was a real hero. She was a true patriot.
I have absolutely no words. I've been sat here in tears. I don't like to admit that on camera, but I have been sat here in tears at that ending. And this is coming from somebody who the only other game he's ever cried at was the ending of Metal Gear Solid 4. Yeah. I can't even gather my thoughts. That was absolutely amazing. Wow, just wow. Games of this quality only come around once, maybe twice in a lifetime. And to have two of those games in the same series is a massive accomplishment. For not only for Hideo Kojima, but for every single person that's going past on this credits list. You should be so proud of yourselves. This is the quintessential video game, okay? I don't care whether you don't like sneaking, you don't like war, I don't know how I've gone this long without playing this game. This is how video games should be. There is nothing else that will ever do it justice, and even that is not doing it justice. Look at that guy right there, Harry Gregson Williams. He deserves a freaking OBE, even though he's not technically English. Or he is English. Yes, he is English, I think. If he isn't, then he deserves whatever medal you give him in America. But I am blown away by the sheer quality of this game. I mean, when I started it, I thought it was just going to be, you know, a sort of sneaky action war game, and it's much, much more than that. I can't describe it, but from start to finish, this has been incredible. It really has. And I'm sorry that we had so many technical issues and hiccups and various problems like halfway through, but we're here now at the end of Metal Gear Solid 3, and I'm just blown away. I'm so glad that I could share my first playthrough of this game with the few of you that there is out there watching this. Now, I've had a ton of fun. It's been really hard hitting. It's been an absolutely brilliant game. I would play it again in a heartbeat. I might even start it up and play it again right now. I don't know. But I'm sorry if the quality of my videos and my commentary does not do it justice. Nothing will ever do it justice, no matter how good you are. But I'd like to thank you all so much for watching me and joining me on this playthrough. It was absolutely fantastic. I will indeed definitely be playing the other games in the series. Now, I know this is meant to be technically the first game chronologically, so the next one I play could either be the first Metal Gear Solid game, or it could be Peace Walker. I'm not entirely sure. No, actually, Portable Ops comes before Peace Walker, doesn't it? So, I suppose the next Metal Gear game that I do will be the first one. I've not played it yet. This and Metal Gear Solid 4 are the only two, apart from Peace Walker, that I've actually played. I will be playing through all of them because I have all of them. I own all of them now. I will be playing them. I will be recording them at some stage. I don't know when that'll be, but hey, I just want to. I really do just want to have a look at the soundtrack here. Way to Fall. That is the single greatest song in a video game. That was at the point where, you know, where he was grieving over the boss's grave. That was Way to Fall. I've already heard that song before, and I adore it. I really do. But there's just a few little things I can't get out of my mind about that ending. I mean, Eva being a double agent and the boss being set up by America. That, I mean, I would have never expected that. I mean, okay, maybe the Chinese pistol that Eva uses might have given it away a little bit, I don't know. But the fact that the boss gave everything to see her mission through, that was amazing. And Snake's face when the President offered to shake his hand. And that hesitation, that one moment of hesitation said everything. I don't know anything about cinematography, but that was absolutely perfect. And I wish I could see that again for the first time. I really do. That was absolutely stunning. It really was. But I think that's it now.
Yes, Grozny Grad and the Granin Research Facility have both been wiped out without a trace. I understand, sir, but they were necessary sacrifices. Yes, the CIA has taken care of the boss themselves. I believe the White House will be satisfied. Khrushchev is finished. Your time has finally arrived. Yes, the American president is relying on us to keep a lid on the whole affair. We've got him by the balls. It should make a valuable trump card in future negotiations. Yes, Chief Director, of course. I'll keep the KGB informed.
Oh, excuse me guys, the phone rang there a minute. But was that Ocelot? That sounded like Ocelot.
Yes, it's me. The boss has accomplished her mission. The Philosopher's legacy is now safely with us, in America's hands.
Us?
With this money, yes, the Philosophers can finally be revived. The film we handed the Chinese was a fake. Peking must be in an uproar right about now. I'm afraid so. Only half the money has made it back to the United States. The KGB must still have part of the legacy. Yes, the weapon has been reduced to ashes. That's right. Grozny Grad has been obliterated by the Davy Crockett we brought in as well. Yes, that was the boss's work too. Speaking of which, I've obtained something from Granin that you might find interesting. It's a revolutionary new nuclear attack system. Perhaps it might just come in handy someday. Yes, we have Snake to thank for that. Khrushchev believed it as well. Yes, they bought our story. I don't think they'll be making a fuss. The secondary alert has been lifted as well. And the Soviets still haven't discovered my true identity. They have no idea that I've been triple-crossing them. I will continue my activities as a contact for the new government. Yes, it appears that no one knew that I was Adam. Of course, I'm always at the CIA's disposal, Mr. Director.
What? Ocelot was a triple agent and Adam? What? You throw in that amazing ending and then you slap me in the face with another plot twist? The fuck? Holy shit, Kojima, you are amazing. Do you know that? And I have earned the title of Jaguar. I don't know what that does. Do I win? Is Jaguar good? 32 alert phase, 91 people killed, seriously injured 35 times. 8 life bars of damage, that's not so bad. I didn't use a special item. Hey, see, I am good at this game. Well, what did I get, though? The Single Action Army. Hooray. Oh, and a Patriot. Sweet. Camera. Green face paint. Brown face paint. National flags. Tuxedo. That's cool. DPM and OSCAM. Downloadable camo. Desert Tiger. Flecton. Oh, you do get some good stuff, don't you? But anyway, guys, I would like to thank you so much for watching this ending and the whole Let's Play in general of Metal Gear Solid 3. I have enjoyed it immensely. I have been Red Dead Eagle, and I will see you next time for another Let's Play. See you next time, guys.